Peace Queen. It's Melissa Crawford of thequeencode.com. And my message today is actually inspired by a Facebook post from one of my sister queens, beautiful Ciasia out of New Jersey. She says, if your hood is raggedy, then it's a sign of dysfunctioning women. No virtuous women will allow their communities to be overpowered by a bunch of thugs with nothing but the ability to attract more police activity. Mothers, step in, snatch up and smack up any agents who are uncomplimentary to the program that keep the children evolving into quality adults. Where you see a failed community, it's the symptom of surrendered women. Where you see a failed community, it's the symptom of surrendered women. That's deep. That's really deep. And you know, we can get into a discussion about whether this comment is right or wrong, or whether the burden of our failed community should fall solely on the shoulders of women, because I do realize that men play a role too, right? We need each other. But whether you agree or disagree with this post, I really understand where she's coming from, because I understand the power that we have as women in our natural role as mother. In that natural role as mother, traditionally, we are the first teacher, and we have the power to greatly influence the next generation. And as sad as it may sound, and as sad as it may be, many women have surrendered. Many of us have allowed life and circumstances and society's standards to put us in a state of relinquishing our power, to put us in a state of basically giving up and giving in to being lesser than we are. And you know what? It's showing up in our children. It's showing up in our communities. And it's showing up in our world. I remember growing up, one of the saddest things I ever saw in my community was a surrendered woman. I'm talking about the woman who had a big dream in her heart, but was told that she had to let it die because now she's a wife, or now she's a mother, or now she's an adult. I'm talking about women who were infected with the lie that living their dreams, living from their heart, was selfish or irresponsible or impossible or ridiculous. You know, when you think about how this society defines womanhood, telling us who and what we should be, what we can and cannot have, what the standards are, what's possible for us. When you think about all of that, you know, for some of us, the weight of that was just so overwhelming that we surrendered. And we taught our children how to surrender. And they taught their children how to surrender. And it's almost as if we forgot how to fight for ourselves. We forgot how to fight for that God-given right that we have to be phenomenal. And if we can't fight for ourselves, then how can we, ladies, as a global community, fight for our children? How can we tell our children to go and live their dreams if we're not doing that? If we want our children to have better, then we need to lead by example and be better. If we want our children to go live their dreams, let's show them the way by living ours. When you think about the failed communities, you know, our communities really need our dreams. Our communities need our passion, our vision, our compassion, our love, our light, our brilliance. Our communities need that. When you think about a queen on her throne, she's a woman that lives from her heart. And when women start living from their heart, not only do they liberate themselves, but they also raise liberated children. And our children need to be liberated. So what do? How do we fix this? Here's the thing. Big changes are going to occur when we shift from being surrendered to who we're told we should be to being surrendered to who we really are. Big changes are going to occur when we shift from society's programming or surrendering to society's programming to surrendering to our higher calling, surrendering to the truth that's in our hearts. When we really begin to live from that place within our hearts And as we awaken, so does the world. And I'm not talking some pie in the sky, but I just believe that our children and our grandchildren and our great grandchildren will inherit this world where living your dreams and living from your heart is going to be the new normal. I just believe that our legacies are going to inherit a world where unlimited possibilities is the standard. I'm talking, there will be no more surrendering except to our higher calling. And Queen, we are the pioneers to make that happen. It doesn't matter if we surrendered in the past. It doesn't matter if we fell below whatever mark, because today is a new day. And this is not the end for us. This is not the end of the world. We can rise up today. We are not going to be the last of the greats. We are the leaders of the new school. And it's time to step into that position. So I want to invite you to this live free teleseminar that I'm doing tonight, Wednesday, February 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern, called Reign as Queen in 2013, Awaken to Who You're Called to Be. Queen, you don't want to miss this. All you simply have to do to register is go to www.readytoreign.com. That's READYTOREIGN.com. All you simply have to do is register there. And if you can't make us tonight or share with us tonight on the live call, don't worry about it. Register anyway, because you are going to get the recording the very next day. Again, register at readytoreign.com, because this is our time. And if it's change that we want, it's not going to fall in our laps. We have to be the change. And it's time for us to go do it, and we absolutely can. So again, register readytoreign.com. Bring some of your sister queens, and I'll see you on the other side.